I was recently given a gift certificate for a massage, which I will never use because I am not one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I've gotten a massage before, but I find it hard to justify a massage. Like, you know what I deserve? To have someone I don't know rub my body. Let's make that happen, people. Because massages are always from strangers. We get massages from strangers because we can't count on the people who love us to touch us. Right? I mean, it could be your best friend. You see that guy? Take a bullet for him. I'm not giving him a massage. I'm no queer. My wife, the woman I love, the mother of my children. Here's my massage. You good? That's my hand's cramping. So we pay total strangers. Hey, I know nothing about you. Why don't I take off my clothes and climb on this padded dining room table? And you can do whatever you want. We know nothing about these people. I don't even ask if they're a masseuse. Well, you're dressed like an orderly in a mental ward. Why don't I get in the most vulnerable position I can think of? How about face down in the donut pillow? Does that work for you? Because then I can look at your feet and imagine you're grabbing knives. What do we really know about massage therapists? They like to rub strangers for money while they listen to the Avatar soundtrack. That's a red flag. Those are the traits of a serial killer. I never know what to say during a massage. Sometimes I'll try and break the ice. I'll be like, hey, you're not allergic to leprosy, are you? They never laugh because they're busy imagining making a suit out of my skin. Because they're murderers. They already put the lotion in the basket. I don't even know what type of massage I'm getting when I get a massage. They're like, do you want a deep tissue, a shiatsu, or a Swedish massage? I'm like, I'll take the blonde. I don't know. Because men view massages differently. A woman gets a massage, her friends are like, good for you. A guy gets a massage, you dirty dog! Because men sexualize all human interaction. It was a therapeutic massage. How therapeutic? Nothing happened. Yeah, that's what we'll tell your wife, huh? That's gotta be frustrating for massage therapists, that double meaning. Did you get a massage or a massage? No other occupation has to deal with it. Did you get a cavity filled or a cavity filled? This is real. This isn't a prosthetic. I did it myself. It's organic. I am a fat guy. There's indications. I've caught myself unconsciously covering my stomach with my arm. That's a total fat guy move. Now I'm thin. Can't see my belly. Fat, thin. Maybe I hope people will look at me and think, is he holding a baby? Oh, he's thin and nurturing. What a fella. I know these pants are tight. That's a little gift for the ladies. And some of the fellas. Can't control who I turn on at this point. These pants are tight, but after I wear them for a week, they'll look fine. That's my approach with clothing. Eventually the clothes go, all right, I'll adjust. You could get bigger pants, or I could just stretch out. Whatever works for you, Jim. By the way, this shirt, when it's untucked, goes down to like here. It's frightening. It's so long. I look at it on my bed. I'm like, is that my shirt or a sleeping bag? It's huge. But then when I put it on, I'm like, it's a little tight. What am I going rollerblading? But I don't care. Did that sound believable? Because that's our go-to, right? When there's something we can't control, we just act like we wouldn't want it anyway. I don't care. Who'd want to be thin? Who'd want to look healthy and attractive? Everyone. Not me. I'd rather look like a marshmallow with a wig on. Oh, I have a new belt, because my old belt looked like it was tortured on Game of Thrones. I don't know what happened to it. I think it's because I don't like to give up on the belt hole. I'm like, we're still good. And my poor belt was like, I could have been a watch band for David Beckham. But a belt for a fat guy serves a different purpose. A thin person wears a belt to hold up their pants. These pants aren't going anywhere. A fat guy just wears a belt as a distraction. Distracting from the fact that this is all the same surface. It's just a mini equator separating the northern hemisphere from the southern blob. And the wider the belt, the greater the illusion. That's just science. That's why Santa's belt is like a conveyor belt. It's not even holding up his pants, it's keeping his jacket closed. And we're leaving cookies out for that slob? Gracias. Vamos a la playa. En el nombre del Padre, al Hijo, Espíritu Santo. That's all the Spanish I know. It is great to be here in Barcelona. Thank you for coming out. I've had so much fun here in Spain. I love Spain, or as the Spanish call it, España. I think it's strange that we call your country a different name than you use. That seems rude. I come from España. Spain, huh? It is España. I like Spain better. You wouldn't do that to another person. Hey, my name is Bob. Nice to meet you, Sam. I just said my name's Bob. You look more like a Sam to me. Sammy! And it's not just España. It's got that eyebrow over the N. España. And I asked, I was like, what's that eyebrow? And they're like, that's Enya. I'm like, the Irish singer? I guess I've never really seen a photo of her. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Barcelona, part of Catalonia. I knew about the regions of Spain. I didn't know that there were so many of them. I got here, 17 autonomous regions. Now, I don't know how many autonomous regions is a lot, but 17 feels like too many. It's like, are you guys getting a divorce or something? Your mother and I have agreed to see other autonomous regions. 17? Like, do some of these regions even know they're part of Spain? We haven't told them yet. We want it to be a surprise. The Spanish, of course, had this great empire, right? Right near in Barcelona is where Columbus left, right? The Columbus, made a deal with King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. He's like, I'm gonna find a shorter way to India. And he got lost, and he found the Western Hemisphere. So he's a hero. And I gave him a statue where he's pointing the wrong way. As a result, the Spanish colonized half of the Western Hemisphere, right? They went there and they found all the gold and they brought it back, which brings up the question, what'd you guys do with all the gold? Because I've been all around Spain. I don't see any gold. I don't even see things you could buy with gold. What happened to the gold? I want to know. I love the Spanish. They're very warm and friendly. They're very tactile. They're always touching you when they talk to you. It feels like a pre-assault situation. How are you? I'm married. You Americans are so uptight. I feel like such a prude here. Like if I ask for directions and while you give me those directions, you feel the need to touch me a couple times, I assume you're a prostitute. Yes. You'd think with so many autonomous regions that you guys would understand boundaries. How about you think of me as an autonomous region and not grope me? Those Europeans, they have a different approach to dairy. When they make a sandwich in Europe, they put butter on the bread. They put butter on the bread and then mayonnaise. Ugh. It's like putting on contacts and glasses. Butter on the bread of a sandwich, that actually sounds like something Americans would do that Europeans would criticize us for. Those American pigs, when they make a sandwich, they put butter on the bread. No wonder they fat pig. That's a good impression of absolutely every European. I did love doing shows over there. You never knew what was going to work. Sometimes there's a language barrier. There's different references. There's famous people in other countries we've never heard of. I was doing this show in Ireland doing the sound check before the show, and the sound guy was like, "Do you have any special requests?" And I jokingly said, "Well, I'll probably close my show by singing Raglan Road," which is a famous Irish folk song based on a famous Irish poem. And the sound guy was like, "Oh, I don't recommend that." And I was like, "Wow, I was kidding, but why?" And he goes, "Well, recently Billy Joel did that." And I was like, "Who's Billy Joel?" And he goes, "You don't know who Billy Joel is." I was like, I'm from another country. I don't know who's famous here. What is it, Superman's dad? I don't know. He goes, "Billy Joel is from America." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's an American who's famous in Ireland that I've never heard of." There's no Billy Joel, piano man, uptown girl. And I was like, "Oh, you mean Billy Joel?" And he goes, "No, it's Billy Joel." And for a second I thought, maybe he's right. This wouldn't be the first time I've discovered I mispronounced someone's name for my entire life. In my mind, I started going through every conversation I had on Billy Joel. I'm like, did anyone else say Billy Joel? When I said Billy Joel, did anyone look at me strange? And then I remembered, you know who pronounces it Billy Joel? Billy Joel. And at that point, the opening act had come in, and he was also from Ireland. And I said, "Hey, this sound guy calls Billy Joel Billy Joel." And the Irish comic goes, "It is Billy Joel." I was like, is everyone crazy in this country?